inform them of my plans today. Panic-stricken. Unable to muster the courage to say anything in opposition. Yes, this was a fine idea. Is in place.
What are my orders?
Let it be known that divinity is mine! Insignificant pest!
Rain outlines
Fallen leaves, adorn my night! Wind strike!
Blaze over!
Kamisato Suyu!
Be more human!
Be still.
Rain cutter! No, my sword!
At my command, you shall fall! A thousand eons, mine to dominate!
Next on the agenda.
Burn to oblivion!
We're way behind schedule. agenda?
Reality is pain!
Rex Lapis.
Now, your eyes have been opened. To oblivion! Good riddance, cruel world!
I'm a little low on energy. We're way behind schedule. Press.
Now, your eyes have been opened.
Be still.
Your new god awakens!
Peace, life.
Now, your eyes have been opened.
Body and mind. Time to act. May my final stand be a monument to chivalry. And let my guard I have taught you everything I...
Now, your eyes have been opened.
Body and mind.
Bow before me, worm!
Oh, my sword!
Feeble
Rain
human!
outlines it.
No touching.
Churn!
The land was watertight.
Wordless insect.
Let me leave you a verse. No, my sword!
Born of ice and frost.
I may have overestimated.
Into the wind. At my command, you shall fall!
Not good. I am outplayed.
This insect.
Clouds high. The birds come. Wind striking.
Access denied. For Rex
Feeble
Madness.
human!
Mind the deluge. Be still.
My endless cycle begins! 1,000 eons, mine to dominate! Kneel! Burn to oblivion! Reality is pain! Burn to oblivion! Kneel! Tremble! Good riddance, cruel world!
Born of ice and frost. Next on the agenda. Play's over. Witness the powers go wild.
The depth beckon.
As one with wind and cloud.
Cascade. I can't lose it all again.
What's your name, buddy? Are you here to buy some medicine? Where are your mom and dad?
Are you lost?
No, I'm not.
Hey there, Chi-Chi. Hi, Gray. What's going on?
Hi, traveler and
You've actually come at the perfect time. This little boy seems to have gotten himself lost. I think he must be new to the city.
No, listen to me. I'm not the one who's lost. It's my dad.
Your dad? How does a fully grown man
Well, my dad's always been kind of forgetful. In the past, he was just a little slow to react.
So, what about...
She went out a few days ago to gather some herbs for my dad, but she still hasn't come back. I remembered that the owner of Boo Boo Pharmacy always runs a clinic in Chingsa Village during the Lantern Ride. So I thought, why don't I take... When we got to the city gate, I took a moment to ask the Millith guards for directions to the pharmacy. I asked the Millith guys to go find him, but he said they won't be able to send that many people. So then I figured...
You came to the right place. We're pros at finding...
Genshin can help. She has a good sense of smell.
Hey, who's talking about me behind my back?
Chengsheng, Chi-Chi meant that as a compliment. There's no need to be upset. Hello, child. You mentioned that you were looking for the owner of Boo Boo Pharmacy.
You have a talking snake? Oh, are you Uncle Baiju?
Uncle Bai.
Chengsheng, now's not the time. My dear boy, could you tell me more about your father's condition?
Yes, Uncle... Doctor Bai.
I see. And your family lives near Chingsa Village, you say? I visit patients there frequently, but I don't recall ever seeing you or your parents.
Uh-huh. My mom doesn't like meeting other people, especially during Lantern Ride. She always tells me to just stay...
Is that Ayu? By any chance...
Whoa, yeah, it is!
I certainly do. Gui, Chi-Chi, are there any pressing... Ayu's parents are old acquaintances of mine, so I would very much like to assist with the search. Would the two of you have time to join?
Don't forget us two. We already told Ayu that we'd help.
Oh, really? Well, that's wonderful. We are most...
Chi-Chi and I need to clear up the shop front first, but once that's...
Family is...
Thank you. Then I'll leave you to handle the farm. Traveler, Paimon, why don't you come with me and Ayu? Let's start...
We searched to the north, but couldn't find anyone who matched the description.
Well, that complicates things. The city folks say there's no...
Excuse me, sirs. Have you found out anything about my...
hey there, buddy. Dr. Baiju.
The boy asked for our help, so we're here to join the search. And
Oh, thank goodness. We were just discussing how we're... As for updates... I'm sorry to say that we've searched the...
The guards at the crossing up ahead said they hadn't seen anyone either, so we don't believe he was heading towards the Guili Plains. But it is possible that he...
Luhua Pool? The terrain there can be tricky to navigate. Let's hope he hasn't run into any trouble.
You will? Oh.
Sorry we weren't able to find your dad, buddy.
That's okay. Thank you for trying. Dad! Dad, can you hear me?
Look! There's somebody over there! Oh no! It's... Hey, you! Stop! Don't...
Watch where you're going!
Oh, dear customer, Wangsheng Funeral Parlor does appreciate your patronage, but you needn't hasten. Huh?
Dad!
Hey, Hu Tao!
My, who do we have here? My worst nightmare.
I see she still hasn't warmed to you.
Thank you, Director Hu, for saving...
Dad, are you okay? Do you recognize me? It's me.
You're...
Your name is Jia Liang, and you live just west of Qingce Village. You were supposed to come to...
My name is Jia Liang.
Uh-oh. He seems in really bad shape. We need to get him back to Sorry, Hu Tao. Gotta dash.
Hold on a second. You're not seriously thinking of taking him to Boo Boo Pharmacy in this state?
Huh?
Come on, Baizhu. Don't tell me you haven't noticed it. Why do I get the sense that you spotted them right away?
Use what? What are you talking about?
There are traces of god remains in Jia Liang's system.
Oh, yes, but more importantly, they're on the verge of an outburst. If that happens, the...
I'm sorry.
God.
There's no need to worry, Director Hu. It is the sworn duty of all who practice medicine to cure illnesses and save lives. Besides, it was my late master's dying wish to be able to save this patient in particular. Perhaps out of respect for him, you could give me a day's grace so that I have time to treat him?
Now you're bringing my great-uncle into this? Baizhu...
Merely to cure this man, nothing more. But of course, if you have any doubt as to my intent...
Oh, really? I thought I was persona non grata at Boo Boo Pharmacy. You're being unusually... Okay, deal. We're not going to solve anything by keeping Jia Liang here. I'm happy to do it your way, but... only for my...
You must be pleased you brought the traveler along.
Well, time is of the essence. Let's get ourselves back... Blockages within the cardiovascular system. I see. I suppose this...
Dr. Baizhu, how...
Don't you worry. Baizhu's a really great doctor.
Ayu, do you know when your father first started to...
I'm not sure. He's been like this for as long as I...
So it's been a long time indeed. No, I have a treatment plan in mind. We can start tonight. Come and see me again tomorrow morning. I promise that by then
Thank you, Dr. Baiju.
If you still have any misgivings, Director Who, please feel free.
However, it would be best if you step outside this room. A doctor must be able to focus when treating a patient.
Yes, of course, absolutely. I'll just go and look at the flowers or something.
See you tomorrow, Baiju and Chung-Chung.
Bye for now.
Are you ready, Baiju?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Ends well, huh? You know, Paimon's kind of curious after hearing Baiju mention those people from his past. What do you think they were like? Yeah, you must be curious too, right?
While I'm idling time on admiring the scenery, the spectacled snake-bedecked docks doing... Hello, you busy bees, and what do you have to discuss with the funeral director today? Actually, don't tell me. Let me guess.
Guilty as charged. Oh, and also, how come you and Baiju could tell so quickly that Jiao...
Huh? I thought I told you once before. Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was first founded to fight back against the vengeful wrath of gods defeated... Well, it is a dusty old tale by this point. Long story short, in the ancient world, dead gods were acting up, so our ancestors started purifying the air and burning the bodies of the These days, we don't deal with the wrath of the gods anymore, but... all the relevant know-how is still passed down to each generation.
Okay, Paimon gets it now. Wait, so...
Almost certainly from his master, who was also my great-uncle. Baiju's master was my grandpa's younger brother, a former deputy...
Wow, fancy that! Huh. So, if he was from Wangsheng...
According to my grandpa, he and my great-uncle once went traveling together when they were young. They ended up at Chenyu. That pharmacist must have cast some sort of spell on my great-uncle, because after that encounter, my grandpa had a huge argument with him, but he couldn't convince him to stay. So my grandpa inherited the funeral parlor, while my great-uncle stayed in Chenyu Vale to practice medicine. The
funeral director to doctor is a pretty big career change. Kinda hard to imagine.
If he had just become a regular doctor, there would have been no issue. After all, the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor wasn't unlike a regular doctor's clinic in the early days. But according to my grandpa, the pharmacist they met had a very ominous aura about him. And on top of that, the kind of medicine practiced in the Chenyu Vale tradition goes against the natural order of things.
In what way?
Don't know. My grandpa didn't know the specifics, and you've seen how wary Baiju is around me. He'd never tell me anything. But Even that says to me that he definitely has something to hide. One thing I do know about Baiju is that he's obsessed with the idea of immortality. But whether that has anything to do... Anyway, so I will be sticking around here for now to keep a close eye on the situation.
After all that, it seems like you have... It's a new day! Let's go back to Boo Boo Pharmacy and check out how Jialiang is doing. But I don't want to. In case of
Dad! Dad, you remember me!
Yes, I remember now. Oh, Ayu, I'm so sorry.
Don't worry, Dad. I got the Adventurers Guild to help us look for her. And Dr. Baiju's gonna help too.
Great. That's wonderful. I can't thank you enough, Dr. Baiju.
My pleasure, really. It's the least I can do to honor my late master's dying wish. If anything, I should be a...
Not at all, Dr. Baiju. It's only because Jiang Li... What?
You're still in the early stages of recovery, so you'll need to take it easy for a while. Take it slowly and...
I suggest you stay at Boo Boo Pharmacy.
Director Hu, do you have any further reservations about Jia?
It seems like the evil presence is gone after all. But how did you accomplish this in a single night?
That would be a trade secret, I'm afraid. If that gives you any cause for concern, you may continue to monitor Jialiang for as long as you wish. Though I regret to say that Boo Boo Pharmacy cannot offer to reimburse Wang Sheng Funeral Parlor for any revenue.
Oh, come on, Baiju. I'm not that unreasonable.
I've been stuck indoors for too long. Baiju, take me outside for some air.
Yes, of course. Everyone?
Suffering now, are we? Did you seriously expect to cover it up just by putting on a... But in any case, why must you keep this a secret from everybody? You
Who's there? Why did you follow us here? Oh, it's nothing. I just needed to get some air.
What did I just say about putting... Traveler, Paimon, the truth is, instead, he transferred some of his own life force to his patient to temporarily Baiju.
My predecessors in medicine forged a contract with Changsheng. Every successor to this contract is able to use Changsheng's secret art to treat patients. I believe the irregularities with Jialiang's heart meridian were likely caused by a poison concoct. The poison has not been purged from Jialiang's system. Rather, I infused him with some of my own life.
Changsheng? You can do that? Huh. Paimon always thought you were just Baiju's strange... Hey! I'll have you know that I commanded the respect of even the Adepti back in Chenyu Vale. If anything, he is my... I was treating patients with Baiju's master's master long before he ever set eyes on his first medical... Whoa. Guess you shouldn't...
Please, that's enough.
Wait a sec. Huto was saying that the branch of medicine you studied uses some pretty dubious method.
Hardly. Jiangsheng helps to keep my chi in balance.
Still, Baiju's life force is not unlimited. He must find a way to neutral Traveler. Paimon, would you lend this dummy a hand? He needs someone checking up on him, or he'll exhaust himself Baiju, don't you think you should seize this opportunity? You cannot expect to hide this from
Entire life. Thank you, Traveler and
Paimon doesn't think we've seen this side of you, but there's no need to thank us. You've helped us out.
The poison in Jialiang's system must have accumulated over a prolonged period. I think I should pay a visit to their family home. And yes, I asked Ayu this morning before you arrived. He told me that his family... Let's head there together once I've asked Gui and Chi-Chi to look after the pharmacy. As well as investigating Jialiang's exposure to the poison, we should also keep an eye out...
Whoa! There's a house all the way out here? Huh. It's so well hidden, Paimon's never noticed it before.
Nor have I. And I've hosted clinics at Qingsa Village many times in the past. If you ask me...
Oh, that reminds Paimon. We meant to ask earlier, but it slipped our minds in the rush to get here.
She was indeed. We studied medicine together under the same... She is several years older than I and also began her travels far earlier than me. As a result...
Supposedly, she met an herb gatherer sometime during her travels and decided to settle down with him. Wait, Changsheng, are you saying...
Jiang Li did occasionally come back to Chenyu Vale to see our master, but the last time she visited us, she and master had some sort of quarrel. We never heard from her after that.
Quarrel? What happened? I don't know. I did not
Nor did master ever explain it to me. All he would say is that should I ever encounter Jiang Li...
Oh, so that's why you went to such extreme...
No. Even if my master had never said anything, it would still be my duty as a doctor to help him. My decision would have...
Paimon never knew you were so selfless, Baiju. Paimon always had you...
So a few words from me is enough to dispel all your suspicions? You ought not be quite so...
What the... Okay, that was the most...
Let's leave the idle chatter there for now. Let's split up. But if anyone...
Traveler, Paimon, come quick! What is this?
Changsheng and I found a hidden compartment. This...
You sense it too? Is it?
No. Your eyes do not deceive you. I do believe the poison... Some toxins act a lot like living organisms. I read about this once in the Origins and Symptoms of Diseases. This ancient class of poisons consists of mother and minor loads, capable of sustaining a connection over... If it's a concoction of this kind we're dealing with, then both the poison in Jialiang's system and this one here are likely minor loads. Offshoots.
Offshoots? So, the main body is...
Correct. Whoever is administering the poison can manipulate the source to indirectly control the poisoned individual's behavior and even cognition.
The call of the... Wait. So, back when
Only one thing could have been drawing him there. The source of the god remains used as the poison's key ingredient.
This is getting crazier and crazier. What kind of... Hey! Why is everyone... Since this poison was carefully hidden away in this... You mean... Jialiang? Why would he poison himself? Think a little harder, Paimon. Someone else who lives here. And whom... Huh? So you're saying... It was Jiang Li? Wait, but... That doesn't make any sense either! Why would you...
I agree. It makes little sense.
Look at the facts, though. How many people in the entirety of Liyue have...
It's too early to draw any conclusions. We should question Jia Liang about it once he has made more... Yes. According to the Origins and Symptoms of Diseases, so if we can find and destroy the source of these god remains, the poison will leave Jia Liang... Do you know anything about god remains in Qingsa village?
Even the history books have no record of this. The only ones who'll know anything are those old fogies who have been Didn't you used to be on good terms with the Adepti, though? You sure they didn't tell you anything? Well,
Changsheng's memories and powers are not what they were these days. She has to enter a contract with a mortal and share their life force just to sustain her own life. I fear that such ancient events are long gone from her.
Whoa, what? Enter a contract? Share life force? Hey, plenty of people would jump at the chance to join forces with a powerful being like you. With my assistance in rebalancing your chi, not only can you extend your lifespan, but you will also be stronger, healthier. Stronger and healthier? Baizhu, maybe when you retire, you can let Paimon sign a contract.
Unfortunately, Changsheng's contract has strict requirements regarding the host's temperament.
Temperament? Hey! What are you trying to say? Ugh! Paimon's mad! You're getting ugly nicknames, both of you! Baizhu, you're... Mannequin Man! Changsheng! This is exactly why your natural temperament makes you woefully unsuited to being my host.
All right, everybody, calm down. Back to the matter at hand.
With how antisocial they are? If it were up to them, they'd go there. What?
Seems you're as well connected as they say, traveler.
Oh, if you're talking about who Paimon thinks you're talking about, you better do...
You called?
Gets Paimon... Aren't all Adepti in the habit of...
Well, this is unexpected.
Huh? It's you.
Baizhu of Bubu Pharmacy. I do believe I've had the lantern right when we met briefly. I was unaware of your...
Huh? You two...
Our paths have crossed once before. I sense the presence of evil spirits. Is this why you called me? So someone has been... Too often, fervent desires drive mortals to abandon all regard for their own safety. It is lamentable. I now know what you seek. It is true that a god's remains are buried beneath the foundations of a vile monster known as the Ch once wrought havoc over this land. Before it was subdued by Rex Lapis, the land was finally cleansed of poison when Rex Lapis used statues in his likeness to seal the serpent's remains. The seal is still mostly intact. If the Ch is the source, then it must be some of its blood leaking from deep underground. However, its aura is faint and barely detectable. I do not like to intervene against mortals unless absolutely but when demonic forces are involved, things can spiral out of control. If that happens, be sure to call my name again. Nothing. I do not wish to sway decisions that are mortals to make. Immortality may not be the blessing that you imagine it to be.
I shall treasure your words of instruction, Master Adeptus.
Farewell.
What a strange Adeptus. Rather different from the... That's Xiao for ya! And thanks to him, we finally got some concrete info to...
If the god remains are leaking from underground, Jiangli must be paying a visit to a subterranean cave on her herb-gathering trips.
Master, there's a problem.
Gui? Did you run all the way from Boo Boo Pharmacy?
What happened? Don't panic. Just...
It's Jiaoliang. He was fine 1 minute.
Already? Based on past experience, he should have...
It seems that my worst fears... Everyone, back to Boo Boo Pharmacy.
Dad! What's wrong? Dad?
Don't be scared. Dr. Baishu will be back soon.
How is he doing?
Dr. Baishu, you're back! My dad was doing fine earlier, but then he suddenly...
When Gui left, he was still...
Gui, please take Jiaoliang to the back room and prepare for treatment.
Yes, of course.
Don't worry, Ayu. I will cure your father.
Baishu's not gonna use Changsheng's secret art again, is he? Is there really no other way to save Jiaoliang?
How are you feeling, Dad? Are you still hurting anywhere? You're not gonna suddenly collapse again, are you?
Much better, Ayu. I'm feeling much better. In fact... Wait, where's Dr. Baiju? I still haven't...
Master said he needed to take a quick rest and asked me to bring you out of the treatment room. He hasn't emerged yet, so he must still be resting.
Oh, really? Well, he must be tired from treating me for 2 nights in a row. I don't know how I can begin to repay him for saving my life. I'll have to discuss it properly with Jiangli once we find her. Speaking of which,
No, the Adventurers Guild hasn't gotten back to me yet. I'll go check with them again in a bit.
I'll come with...
Don't forget what Master said. You're still not out of the woods yet, Jialiang. I strongly suggest...
Though, on the bright side, this means I can thank Dr.
Traveler? Baiju hasn't shown his face ever since... Huh? Hey, wait up!
Huh?
You're finally awake? That was far too risky, even with me here to help you balance your chi.
There was no time. I had no other choice. In any case, it was not completely without benefit to myself. I managed to learn something. Jiangli's design is quite brilliant. She makes numerous...
So, how much longer do you... They've been outside waiting for you the whole time while you were asleep.
All right.
Surely he has... There's no way he could have just... Who's talking behind our backs again? Ah! Baiju! Changsheng!
Of course. There's no need to be concerned. I merely had to transfer a rather large amount of life force on this occasion. But, with Changsheng's help, I will recover in time.